Agbede Meji Irona Adigunjale Ara Ajinibe Ibosi Egbami o Egberun Ibuso Pelu Posi Tolefo Egberun Merin Ni Iba Ati Ogorun Ibuso Alagulagu Omi Egbadi Agbede Meji Irona Egberun Marine Leni Agota Irinajo Egberun Ni Ona Ogorun Awon Baba Nawa Ibimo Ote Ati Iwa Adaniloro Lori Itubule Pelu Omije Loju Ninu Omi Okun Ti Araka Pelu Aroka Lori Itubule Larin Awon Oku Pelu Egbin Ifia Jeni Lona Aito Ati Ifipa Banisu Ati Abiku Oyun Orile Ede Awon Eniyan Dudu Ibimo Ote Ati Iwa Adaniloro Ibadanu Itan Ajokumba Onolejin Supon Eruko Gobodo Gbagba Ile Abiyamo ni Ihoho Omuluwabi Pelu Arobo Layin Won Ti won ni lati ku Ikulai Aliyaro Pasa Oniranran Egba Wai Layin Alayi Kabanjo Egboji Oloro Ni Boju Aba Egba Sike Lorun Jaku Kepekude Lowo Esebata Marun Larin Enikini Ati Enikeji Ebikibeni Kolum Uni Irokeke Pasala Yina Leisa Igbe Oro Ekbalayi Igbe Oro Lekansi Ekbalayi Igbe Oro Olorun Ayada Egberun Merilini Adota Irinacho Egberun Merilini Adoto Irinacho Egberun Merilini Adota Irinacho Egberun ni Ona Ogorun Awon Baba Nlawa Egberun ni Ona Ogorun Awon Baba Nlawa Egberun ni Ona Ogorun Awon Baba Nlawa
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. God said, I'm lonely. So God created man in his imagination. From where his image comes, God created them all.
Please make that racket stop! Sonny! Sonny!
Yes, sir, missus.
Don't you hear that racket? And go tell them to cease at once. Please, make it stop. And what are you looking, pray tell?
Missus, what racket is it you hear?
Are you questioning me?
No, I ain't questioning you. I'm telling you there ain't no sound nowhere except what's coming out of this room.
Why are you being so offensively petulant?
With all due respect, I'm a free woman now, and I can see your darkness clear in your eyes, and it's my choosing if I want to know who I'm talking to. Us newly free folks was meeting. I heard you hollering and thought. But I see you fine now. So I'm returning to my people now. So if you'll excuse me.
Wait a minute, please. Now, you've always been my sonny, my sunshine. No one could have loved you more. I took real good care of you, and you of me. Don't you love me anymore?
Miss Hart, with all due respect, now you may enjoy all the eggs in life give you, but you ain't never thought about how that chicken feel after laying so many eggs.
Who's talking about eggs? Oh dear, you are so dumb. But I'm here for you.
Since I'm free, you asking, I'm telling, and there ain't nothing you can do now.
That may not necessarily be true, but go on.
Miss Hartwick, there had to be a civil war to make y'all stop acting human like and start acting like humans. And the president had to tell you twice.
Sonny, please don't be so cruel. Look at this. Look at me. I can't get around much these days. There is nothing left. No one left. And the fields, all the menfolk have died or deserted. And all I have is you.
No, you don't. You can't have me or any of us no more. President Lincoln said that 2 years ago in 1863. And day before today, June 19th, 1865. It be official now. So you got your July 4th, and we got our June 19th.
If you leave now, then heaven have mercy on you, as you shall reap what you sow, leaving me in this condition after everything I've done for you and all of you.
Well, missus, with all due respect, then rightfully, and don't be thinking God is mocked. But if we sowed these here crops, then we should be the rightful owner reaping them. I reckon we are all gonna reap what we done sowed, according to God, that is.
What am I going to do?
We asking ourselves the same thing.
But what are you going to do? You need me.
I need you like whippings with salt, or taking without asking, or walking without hanging, or having babies and can't mother them, with all due respect.
We had to be trained to train you all. We went by the guide.
You got a guide? Is that a person or a thing?
It's also in the Bible, parts of the Holy Bible, selected for use among Negro slaves. You know this. We taught you the Bible, God's word.
Miss Harwood, I'm sorry, but I think I should be heading on.
Sonny, don't go. You know how I relish speaking the Bible. I am God-fearing and God-respecting.
Your Bible is wrong, because ain't no God worth believing that. I find it hard to believe that a God would want to cause harm and hate. I've seen the real Bible. Be a lot more thickness than that what you got there.
Our teaching Bible removed the fictitious language of a fiction writer who may appeal to the uncivilized slave and encourage them to do the uncivilized. God said to help those incapable of helping themselves.
We ain't never done nothing for you to cross the ocean to get us and then to be so mean.
Ephesians says, servants, be obedient to them that are your masters according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, in singleness of your heart, as unto Christ. You are the servant, and I am the master.
In the real one, it says that Moses demanded to let my people go, to go to the promised land. I can't say that this land here got promised. You ain't my master. I ain't your servant. I'm a child of God.
Oh, no, my dear Sonny. See how you need me? You can't survive out there not knowing anything.
Human.
You Negroes are inferior by nature. It had something to do with Noah and the children of Ham. That's where it says about obedience and master.
Miss Hardwick, we'll have a decision for you soon as to whether we're going or staying to crop ourselves. And my name is not Sonny. I'm not your sunshine. And my name is Moses.
Hold on, Sonny.
Moses.
Moses? What kind of name like Moses is proper for a Negro woman or any woman? Let's just finish our conversation and then you go for as long as you need, like by tomorrow. Now, stay. Oh, no. God makes people in his image. All men are made in the image of God, and we know God cannot possibly be a Negro. Therefore, a Negro is not man.
Use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. Take this simple list of differences and think about them. Age, color or shade, intelligence, size, sex, sizes of plantations, status on plantation, attitude of owner, have fine hair, coarse hair, is tall or short. I give you an outline of action, but before that, I shall assure you that distrust is stronger than trust, and envy stronger than adulation, respect, or admiration. The black slave receiving this indoctrination shall carry on and will become self-refueling and self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe thousands. Don't forget, you pitch the old black male versus the young black male, and the young black male against the old black male. You must use the dark-skinned slaves versus the light-skinned slaves, and the light-skinned slaves versus the dark-skinned slaves. You must use the female versus the male, and the male versus the female. You must also have a white overseer who distrusts all blacks. But it is necessary that your slaves trust and depend on us. They must love and respect only us. Gentlemen, these kits are our keys to control. Use them. Have your wives and children use them. Never miss an opportunity. If used intensely for 1 year, the slaves themselves will remain perpetually distrustful. Humiliate the black male slave and have his wife as you choose, as often as you choose, before his very eyes. Break them like wild horses. Humiliate the black female slave and take her tit and feed white babies. Break them like wild horses, and they are loyal for generations. Break up families and sell at the highest bid. Slave mothers will soon forget, like mother bitches forgetting their pups. When you see your servants are dwindling in numbers and will threaten your harvest or your resources are low, have the nigger slave produce baby niggers by her nigger son and sell the nigger child at the highest bid. Look at them all and you'll see generations of motherfuckers. If you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice you're picking his pocket. Hell, give him something to look down on, and he'll empty his pockets for you. Remember this, and remind yourselves of this daily. Remind your children that they remind their children. Now, let's make a slave.
Woo, that's right. And if I'm lying, I'm flying like an eagle. I tell you, everybody's asking where we're going, if we're going, who's going, and who's staying.
This wall maybe blessed us or cursed us.
Cursed. Why you say cursed?
Cause I don't know how people be thinking and what they be thinking it and why they thinking it. If it's something that could hurt us, and it ain't just white folk.
You know, right as air. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Ain't nothing more harmful than the pure ignorance and the educated stupid. They know doggone well they counting on the right word from the wrong lips.
They all confused.
Can't right much blame them. Hope will make you do things you never thought you could.
Or would.
This world show blessed us with a chance to choose if it blessed us with anything.
And all ain't gonna be happy with the choosing chose. Give it time and see.
The problem is how they choose to choose. Look at all them trees over there, feeding on the blood and bones of a whole lot of them slave folk who couldn't see today.
But we fight and we won.
Ooh, we've been through it. Can't stand it. Kept on because you can't stand to see it keep on happening. We may not know where we're going, but we sure know we ain't going back.
And you know it, and I know it, and a lot of us know it. We can't live like that no more.
You're right again, I tell you. You're right.
Ain't doing nothing but telling the truth and shame the devil. I don't lie. That's why we got to tell our children and make sure that they tell their children.
And keep it going? Shoot, we could be having something kind of nice and be a little even amongst us. And you know what?
No what?
We keep this up, I tell you. And I ain't lying about this neither.
Then get on with it.
I am now. Let me talk. But think about it. We tell all our children born to all of us and theirs to all of them, we could be on solid ground with them for, shoot, 100 years.
What you talking about? 1,000 years? Stories and lore of specter gods are Nazi for survival since their genesis awakened. Instinct and thought were fed you, child, until great grand manhood from your great grand. This is the story of your people.
The great and brave wear overloins the captured lion, with only hands and wit. The man-child clothed villages. His sharp lens drew senses for taste and healing, and he fed generations. She nursed villages. Tales of spirit of night and light starred out maps from gods of directions, hair-braided maps to freedom. We must use our head. Ceremonies awaited celebration until he returned a man, bearing the weight of growth on his shoulders, the weight of roast and praise, the feast.
This is the story of your people. Weep, little children, weep. Salt and water mixes. Salt water will run its course in veins in the fastest of all creations through pierced tunnels of waterways, trailing, deepening, dampening path of return voyages and floating crates, decked with unfamiliar trees, crating captive live cargo, commodity. The salt air drives, not the Niger, Osun, or Ogun, that flows and one soothes when Liza warmed with golden yellow and Mahu cooled the moon. Unfamiliar sense of senses flow. They do not rinse away the darkness of what is or will be from packed, embodied bodies. Salt water mixes and open pores of the reddening sea and does not cleanse to clarity of painted faces of gods, of the gods from the great grands. Salt water does not rinse away the unknown. And you search what your mind has held.
This is the story of your people. Weep, little children, weep. Salty water mixes with the splashed and breasted from growing and breasted. The howls of animal spirits that once led them to the village motherland of song and dance. Salt water reigns in the thunder of confusion, and lightning strikes at their backs. Salt water mixes with babbles from and beckons to Olorum, God of gods. The ocean swells with anger and purges from his children. Loads are lighter, and wailing cargo is fed to the great white. Your eyes search the minds of the spirit guides, the saviors that they know. Where are the great guides of lore? Who are they? Bent sinew stretches as far as the bow. The deck extends the plank to the ancestral festival of life and to Nekibet and Uajet, angels of death from giving life, who gently embrace your mother with child. Thunder and drums pound in pulses and deafen the captives. They dance beats. Instincts are extinguished, and folklore is forlorn. This is the story of your people. Weep, little children, weep. For in weeping, your instincts will rinse and renew with new tales and lore of unknown gods and gods of the unknown and rebuked. It is the faith you know not yet that will carry, not the crate. Foresight will awaken. Anansi surrounds. The Inkabi will peacefully follow you, and the Imani will faithfully guide you.
So, weep, little warriors, weep. This is the story of your people. The Middle Passage. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. The noise of rage and self-righteous indignation. 1,000-mile walk to a floating coffin. 3,700 miles of water. 120 days in a compartmentalized casket. The Middle Passage. 54,000 voyages, 100 million ancestors, intent
to commit. Lying in prostration, eyes search for clarity. Angry seas rocking and tossing everything from the inside. Small morsels of food, dinner twice. Lying in prostration with a defecated dead, defenseless defenders witnessed the rape of the motherland and the miscarriage of Africa. Intent to commit. Memories burned for generations to hold of who they were and where they were and from where they've come. It should never be lost. Naked mamas with clinging babes, steadfast to choose their death. Rather die than be a concubine. The cat o' nine tails, whips on skins black, the hollering, oh, hot tar covered old scars. Fighting warriors shackled at the neck, hands tied, 5 feet between. One shove on a slick deck, one crack, one whip. Feet can't stop from escaping the open ship. One splash, all scream. The dives from outrage or enraged, the only way from the maddening craze. Another splash, another scream, another splash, another scream. Oh God! Oh God! Oh God. 50 more, and more, and more. 54,000 voyages. 100 million ancestors. 100 million ancestors. 100 million ancestors.
Sammy. Oh, my Sammy.
Ms. Harvard,
Oh, Sammy, I'm real happy to see you. And I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you, you've always been my favorite hand. You're like my right hand, and I'm right-handed.
now I understand all us ain't think alike in deciding where I am going to be.
Oh, it can end here. All of us can end here.
Now, if a person hides his sickness, then he can't expect to be healed. You need healing. You got a sickness, Miss Hardwick. You ain't the only one, but the sick person generally know when they sick, Miss Hardwick.
But I feel fine as to be expected under these dire circumstances. But yes, fine. I am sick, Sammy. I'm sick of it all. Oh, how I would give anything to have my legs back, my house back, my life back. I want my life back. And what a wonderful life it was. Oh, so much happiness and joy and dancing. Blossoms surround you with scents of jasmine and rose and even honeysuckle in the cool of the night. Spring to autumn. I planted some myself. Fields of crop, tobacco, corn, and the growing leaves frolicked in the air, waving hello from their gifts from God. We were kissed by the Almighty and smiled at the same time. It's all in ruins. My crops, my life. Away, Dixie. Away.
Yeah, well, 38 of us is leaving. One don't know, and two going to be discussed between you and them. Ain't for me to say.
Oh, yes, Sammy. Which one are you? Are you staying? Yes? Don't know? We can talk.
No, Miss Hardwick, my right mind ain't here.
Y'all got spirits? Is that why all this happened? Because of your damn spirits? I rebuke you, Satan, in the name of God.
Well, I'm on my way now.
But where will you go?
That'll be figured out once we get there. But we free slaves supposed to get 40 acres and a mule. But that means we take more than what you got here.
From where did you get that bilge?
That's what Mr. Lincoln signed by General Sherman. He asked what we wanted, and we told him we wanted land near each other till we're able to fight for our own, and not with white folk, all due respect. Because y'all got a lot of prejudice for us that are going to add to healing time from what we already know.
Oh, Sambo, that's only down south, not here.
And a mule, too.
I think I told you all that you will be paid handsomely. We can figure something out with the land.
We thinking on it.
But what are you going to do? You can't read. You don't know how to do anything other than what you've been doing the entirety of your life. You don't know anybody. They'll hang you like laundry. And I wouldn't be able to stand the thought of something so dreadful happening to my Sammy, my Sambo.
I'll be fine, thanks kindly. I can grow food, build a roof over me and my family's head, and rest it comfortably. Fixed you up real good. Been doing it the entire of my life. We ain't got to sleep on dripping rain or snow blowing through the walls. Yes, ma'am, I'll be fine. And my name is Moses. It is not Sammy. And I ain't your Sambo. My name is Moses.
Yes, of course, but another Moses. What do you suppose you think you will do?
One thing is we'll be drinking out of cups and not the trough.
But you have plenty of water and food and a decent roof over your head.
Well, I reckon on finishing learning to read and write and talk proper more than I, go back to school. And maybe start a school for Negro people who can't read and write and talk. Maybe we'll vote.
Vote?
Sure. Maybe one day even be in a big office, making decisions for helping to make sure ain't nobody looking back.
The government? Surely you have very imaginative aspirations.
Maybe even one day we'll see a colored president, like Mr. Lincoln.
A Negro president when pigs take wing.
Ms. Harvard, there's an old saying that says when a fool has finally figured out how to play the game, all the players done gone. So I reckon I'll be on my way.
Wait a minute, Sam. Moses. One or two workers can do all that work.
No, no, ma'am.
Then what am I going to do?
That ain't my decision to make, Miss Harvard, with all due respect.
Why are you people so ungrateful?
Miss Harvard, I reckon you got to do what we doing. Walk by faith and not by sight. You saw and thought it was. You was listening to the God of your Bible. We looking at King James.
Mine is from the King James.
We got the one that say faith is something of your hopes and dreams, and peace and love and babies and land, teachers and schools, and we can write our own stories, make something, and make money. We looking at so much now. What are you looking at, Miss Hardwick? Because we both done had faith for 200 years. We just having different visions in what we saw. $200 of pouring our blood, sweat, tears. 200 years of Negro work. We got enough here to claim some of it. This here, where we find him lynched. And over there, got a lot of flesh and blood from a lot of whippings. Look away in them fields. Way down in them fields. And over there is the creek from all them tears, from losing a child to freedom or losing a child to home. Some of us can't look away. We had love so deep, one didn't have to tell the other what's wrong. Didn't have to ask to touch. We had faith that one day we'll be rewarded. And although we ain't seen it yet, we believe there's a life for us and we can tend to our own needs now. So if somebody can't go, he may be too tired and gotta stay where his blood is. But we going to a new place and start the second part with new eyes and a new grin. We know the road is going to be rough and there'll be plenty of mountains to climb. And the Red Sea done parted the way for us. We going to a new town. And if it ain't there yet, then we make it a new town. Maybe that's what we'll call it. New town. In these here United States of America, I am America too. I wish you well. I'm going to see where I can find something new.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Representatives and direct taxes shall be apportioned among the several states which may be included within this union, according to their respective numbers, which shall be determined by adding to the whole number of free persons, including those bound to service for a term of years, and excluding Indians not taxed, 3/5 of all other persons. 3/5 of all other persons. 3/5 of all other persons. That on the first day of January in the year of our Lord, 1863, all persons held as slaves within any state or designated part of a state, the people whereof shall then be in rebellion against the United States, shall be then thenceforward and forever free. And forever free. And forever free. And the executive government of the United States, including the military and naval authority thereof, will recognize and maintain the freedom of such persons, and will do no act or acts to repress such persons or any of them in any effort they may make for their actual freedom. Black codes. Black codes. Black codes. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime. A punishment for crime. A punishment for crime. Whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. Congress shall have power to enforce this article by appropriate legislation. I am America. I am America. I am America.
Cotton, 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 cotton. I wish I was in the land of cotton. Oh, time there, I'm not forgotten. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. In Dixieland, where I was born, in early on a frosty morning, look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Weber, 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 Weber. Oh, Mrs. Marriott, Will the Weber, William was a gay deceiver. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. But when he put his arm around her, smiled as fierce as a 40-pounder, look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Cleaver, 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 his face as sharp as a butcher's cleaver, but that did not seem to grieve her. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Oh, Mrs. act the foolish part and died for a man that broke her heart. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Oh, Mrs. Oh, Mrs. Oh, Mrs. Oh, Mrs. Now here's a heft to the net, so Mrs. And all the gals that want to kiss us, look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. But if you want to drive away sorrow, come and hear this song tomorrow. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Then I wish I was in Dixie. Hooray, hooray. In Dixieland I'll take my stand to live and die in Dixie. Away, away, away down south in Dixie. Away, away, away down south in Dixie, Dixieland.
Ladies and gentlemen, my songs.